There's been a number of reports about what Israel plans to do after the war. Initially, we heard that Israel planned to abandon Gaza to itself. Now, we're told on a US broadcast on ABC News by Netanyahu that he will, or that Israel will have overall responsibility, security responsibility for Gaza for an indefinite period. He acknowledged that humanitarian pauses may now be possible, but a ceasefire will not until, quote, the hostages are released. Now, it's ironic, isn't it, that now Netanyahu is prepared to talk about hostages, having bombed the north of Gaza to hell, without very much care about the survival of the hostages, with the foam bombs as well, sucking the air out of the tunnels. How many of those hostages are still alive? And the families of the hostages are begging for their release to be a priority. It doesn't seem to be the priority for Netanyahu. This is the first time we've really heard him talk about the hostages as a main factor in the focus of the war. And something of a relief, if this is how the war is changing, that is a positive. One still has to acknowledge that over 30 reporters from various organizations have been killed. 4 Israeli reporters have been killed, but a huge number of reporters within the Gaza Strip and across in Lebanon have been killed, and you begin to think maybe these people have been targeted to stop the adverse newscasts and to prevent the footage getting out, on both sides, by the way. And that is very disturbing. 1 month of fighting now, and 10,000 Gazans have been killed, a huge number of children, and hundreds. Gutierrez was saying yesterday, hundreds of girls and boys are reportedly being killed or injured every day. And it is shocking. It is shocking. And even if, and he's called for an immediate ceasefire, even if the foreign minister of Israel, Eli Cohen, says shame on you, tagging the UN boss, Antonio Gutierrez. But yes, Hamas is a major problem. And there's also a series of very interesting videos which I'm reluctant to post, which have been broadcast on RT, on Russian media, where the Hamas authorities have been asked, why did you not build, if you had the option and the capability of building so many tunnels, why did you not build air raid shelters for the civilians? And the response is, well, the UN can look after them. I don't think I would like to be looked after by the Hamas Authority. I don't think they're a very responsible government. And I think Palestine will be so much better off without Hamas. But at the same time, the suffering which is ongoing at the moment is reprehensible, abhorrent, and I think fundamentally wrong. And that is down to Netanyahu's response to the October the 7th terrorist attack, which itself was utterly abhorrent.